Jones.
I'm Tegan.
I'm Kia. Today's lunch is mini corn dogs. Thursday's lunch is nachos. Friday's lunch is chicken tenders with garlic toast. Today is the last red zone of the trimester, so we want to give you all some resources to contact all of the wonderful guests, alumni, and mentors alike. I know, I was looking at Ian. We have had on the show. If you wish to contact them with any questions you may have.
Police Chief Steiner, who's the police chief. Sheriff Wise, who's the Anoka County Sheriff. Mr. McNellis, who's a pizza restaurant owner. Mr. Johnson, a manufacturing owner. Mr. Severance, an elementary school principal. Mr. Lindahl, a real estate owner. Hey Coon Rapids students, the boys swim and dive season starts in 2 weeks. If you are interested in trying swimming or diving, register by December 2nd. There's no experience needed, no trials, and no cuts. We will teach you everything you'll need to know. Make sure you have your registration by the start of the season. If you have any questions, see Miss School in room 339.
For our last national calendar, we have a very special one today. National
Absurdity
Day. Celebrating this day is very simple. All you have to do is
Be absurd.
what?
It's be absurd.
Be absurd. I don't know that. I can't say that. Say it, Tegan, if you do over there tweaking.
All you have to do is be absurd.
I don't know what that is.
Look. Yeah.
She hit me with my Ariana Grande shirt on.
Yeah. now back to announcements. Creative Riding Club. Where you going, cuz? Creative Riding Club is where fellow riders gather to simply write and learn about the publishing process. This club will be hosted by Mrs. Schlag, an already self-published author working on her next project. Here's a Google form that students can fill out if they're interested by November 22nd.
It's wrong.
I can't breathe.
Party planners, prepare. It's time to play your perfect prom interest and join the 2025 Coon Rapids High School prom committee. Fill out this form and I forgot where I was at. Out this prom committee interest form to get your name on the list. See email or / email Miss Callahan. Okay. In the finance office with any questions or concerns.
Attention students, second trimester student parking permits are on sale through December 20th. Purchases can be made from the 11th of November to December 20th. Permits can also be purchased at the finance window Monday through Friday before and after school. Remember, if you purchase your permit online, stop by the finance window to pick up your permit for displaying your vehicle. Please note, all students who do not purchase a full year parking permit must purchase a second trimester permit to park at the school. There is no free student parking.
What? Oh,
we had a second half of the interview with Mr. Lindahl. Let's get right into it.
What are the current or upcoming challenges in your industry or field?
I'll have 100 today. Each and every single day, there are so many challenges. There are actually more challenges, but also being the CEO of so many brands, a big part of my job is solving problems and solving them quickly and making sure that we're solving them the right way, right? And so when I leave here, there'll be more challenges. And I think, inside of, the brands that we have, the challenges that we face are not easy, but this is also why we got to where we were. We've broke through so many ceilings. We're nationally recognized, actually internationally recognized now with our most recent campaigns. But when you really think about the things that everyone knows of us, what got us here was every single time that there was a challenge or adversity, we powered through and found a way. Right? And that's back to what I mentioned earlier, the core values of owning it. Like, we take responsibility for our actions and our decisions. And listen, there are times in life where we do fall short. Like, we're not perfect, like, by any means. We have a lot of incredible human beings, but there are times where we fall short and we have to own that. And I think taking responsibility in life is the first step. You got too many people that are pointing fingers at everyone else, and no one wants to take any responsibility for anything. And it's really hard to grow and get to that next level if you don't own it.
All right. How did you come up with your arms spreading out on billboards? Is there a meaning behind it?
Yeah, so the Arms Out brand that we've created, it really started as a way to give back, in an approachable brand for the communities that we serve. And it worked. Obviously, as you can see, like, creating that approachativeness and wanting to bring everyone together was the real reason why we put that together. The ancillary benefits, of course, are the differentiation, right? So when you think about all of the different agents that maybe you know, or maybe you've heard of, or maybe are in your world, oftentimes the only time you really see them is maybe on a magnet on the fridge, maybe a bus bench, or maybe a business card, maybe a postcard every once in a while, but not much. And it's always the same type of photos. It's a suit and tie, or it's a formal dress, right? It is never something as casual and Arms Out related. And so I wanted to create a community, right, that everyone could approach, that everyone felt good, no matter whether it was your first house and you were just getting started, or you had a luxury home or commercial or anything in between. Like, we are here, we are the local company to serve you. And I think that as you look at what has happened, that's exactly where we are today, and the growth that we continue to experience is because so many people are coming into our world. I think more and more people are learning that the story of, like, coming from nothing, being local, I think more and more people are getting behind that story. In the early days, it was like, what did he do wrong? How did he get here? There's all these stories. But I think the more that people hear and see our stories and our brand, the masses are really getting behind this, because there aren't a lot of companies here in Minnesota that have actually built brands this big. And so I feel honored and really special to be a part of that. Obviously, I had a lot of help with some incredible people that helped me get to this point. But that Arms Out movement is really created a life of its own, and it's really special.
All right. Now for a little lighter question. What are some of the hobbies that you do in your spare time?
Yeah, so I love playing pickleball. I love fishing, and I love playing any sports. And then my daughter's in soccer, so I love going to all of her games and trying to coach her and trying to figure out, like, all right, Chris, you're being too intense. There's Chris in the real world, then there's like, okay, how do I navigate, my daughter and figure out how to mentor and give her leadership so that she is successful in the future. And so I love doing that, watching her play sports. It reminds me when I was younger and competing, and I see some similarities for sure.
All right. Now for our last question today, do you have any words of wisdom to share to the students of Coon Rapids High School?
I've got so many words of wisdom. I think that, to me, when I really look back at my life and I think about where I'm at today, there were a lot of opportunities where I could have said, I quit, right? And there's a picture that's instilled in my head that I saw years and years and years ago. And it's two people sitting at a bus bench. One person is in a suit and tie sitting on the top of the bus bench, and one person is laying underneath the bus bench. And both of them say the same thing. My dad was an alcoholic, right? And so just two different perspectives of the same thing. One person, from the appearance, life is going really well, and the other one is like really struggling. And at any given time, I could have been there, right? But for some reason, I continued to push forward no matter how much pain I was going through. Maybe I was too stupid to realize it at the time. But I continued to move forward each and every day, even though it was painful. And so I would encourage everyone that's listening and watching today that times are tough, and there are things in your life that are gonna be hard. They're gonna be really tough. But the minute you decide to take ownership of your life and control of where you're going, and decreasing the excuses and starting to look at the world as there's opportunities everywhere, everything changes. I will tell you that what I get the opportunity to talk to a lot of people that are graduating high school and college that are thinking about careers in the fields that we're in. And what I will tell you is that everyone comes in really polished with a resume, and they have got great talking tracks, and everything sounds good. But what happens in day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, right? Because that day 1 energy of a new job, new school, new team, whatever it may be, that day 1 energy, everyone brings it. But what does it look like days and days and days later when you're in the trenches each and every day and things start to get monotonous and it gets challenging? What inside of you is going to allow you to persevere and push forward and overcome all those challenges? And those are the people I will tell you right now that succeed in life, right? I love this quote, and it has to do with the hard work piece. Like, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work, right? And I think that's so important, that there's so many people in this world that I've seen that are so talented but don't have the work ethic. And I would say a lot of the younger generations, with an abundance of opportunities and not a lot of challenges around the world that some of the older generations faced, they're susceptible to this. Like, there are some challenges right now that are in the world that if some of the younger generations don't get a handle on it, they're not gonna know how to push forward, and they're just gonna continue to create excuses. And I think our world really has allowed for that, and I would just challenge everyone that is really thinking about where they're going, like, stop saying what you're going to do and just start doing it. At some point, the right people will recognize it and you'll get your shot. That's it.
All right. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming on the Red Zone.
Yes, thank you.
Well, let's get back to the announcements.
Once again, it was a pleasure having him on the Red Zone, and we had a great time working with him.
All right, thank you all for watching. We have had a ton of fun creating this trimester's Red Zone for all of you. The Red Zone will be back next trimester with new people and a new style, so get ready for that. Bye, Cardinals.
Bye. Bye. Have a nice time.
We're keeping that in.